Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're having a good weekend. Saturday morning here, and it is hot. I just got finished doing the video, and I was out here for maybe 15 minutes filming the little baby Peruvians, and I'm already sweating like a pig here. So that's summertime in Florida, lots of humidity, perfect for snakes. So today's video, we're going to take a look at the baby Peruvian Boas that were born down at Ty Park's Iguanaland. Let's see, I think they were born like around July 20th or so. We picked them up on I want to say Thursday, the 24th of July. Tom and I went down to Iguanaland and we picked up the babies, and we got there and Joe had packed the parents up as well. So I decided, since I had a spare cage, to go ahead and just take the parents and foster them for a little bit until Tom finished getting their new enclosure built out. So today's video, we're going to take a look at the 26 babies. I think most of them are shed, if not all of them. There's some beautiful patterns, amazing tails, and these guys are just incredible. So BCC, Boa Constrictor Constrict True Red Tails. Let's go ahead and check them out. All right, so here are the babies, all 26 of them, and looks like we have some sheds. Yay! I don't think we have 26 of them. We might. I'll have to count them. But boy, look at the babies. They are looking just beautiful. Beautiful tail patterns, beautiful saddles, everything. Now obviously these guys are babies. They were born, I think, right around July 20th or the 21st, somewhere around there. We picked them up about 4 or 5 days later down at Ty Park's. And these guys still have all their baby gray. So you're not gonna see, that's a nice one, you're not gonna see the beautiful golden coloration that these guys will get when they get older for a little while. Look at the beautiful side targets, beautiful side targets. This is always a challenge here. It's like trying to herd cats here. Absolutely beautiful babies. And it's like all of their yolk has been digested away just fine. So I'm going to thaw out some mice for them and give them their first meal this week. Come on, guys. Obviously they're moving around just like you'd want them to do. So all of these but one will be available. Tom was nice enough to gift me one of them. So I'm going to pick out, I don't know, probably a female, and the rest of them, so that leaves 25 that will be available, and he will start advertising these. Usually he promotes them on his Facebook page. I do not know how much they will be, so that is something you'll have to talk to him about. But they're absolutely beautiful, huh? Look at these. Absolutely beautiful. Beautiful babies. Let's see, let's get a better look at them here. Okay. Take a nice close look at these guys. They're very inquisitive, as you would expect. This one is wrapping up on my camera tripod. So in nature, being as small as they are, instinctively they are going to find a tree and climb the tree. Try to get off the forest floor where a lot of the predators that eat them are hanging out. Of course, there's predators everywhere in the Peruvian jungle. But they definitely feel safer in the trees, so they will climb up a tree and try to blend on in with the beautiful pattern that they have. Absolutely beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And I'm looking forward to the mom shedding so I can get her some food. Joe from, their eyes are crazy too. Joe from Iguanaland had tried to feed the mom, and I guess she wrapped up on a 3-pound rabbit and then dropped it. She was blue, so a lot of them don't want to eat when they're blue, but she's got to be super hungry after delivering 26 beautiful babies. So just wait for her to shed and we will get her a frozen thawed rabbit. As I mentioned earlier, the dad has already eaten. He ate for Joe and he ate for me the other day. This is why they call them true red tails. Look at how red that tail is. BCC, Boa Constrictor Constrictor. Different than the BCI, Boa Constrictor Imperator or Imperata, however you want to pronounce that. True red tails. Absolutely amazing. I can't say it enough. So very humid out here today. I'm already starting to sweat here and it's early in the morning. All right, so once again, if anybody is interested, look at that tail, in any of these Peruvians, go ahead and hit Tom up on his Facebook. You know, basically, we want to make sure that they have a couple meals in them, you know, that they're eating okay, that they're defecating properly, you know, urates and poop, all that fun stuff, and shedding properly. I don't anticipate any problem with any of these. They all look really good. But basically, anybody who sells baby boas, you always want to make sure that they have eaten a few meals and that everything is functioning properly. That way when you do get them to their new home, the new person doesn't have any problems. Make sure that they're eating okay, make sure that everything is functioning properly. And that's what I've always done. I've been breeding boas now for about 25 years. So look at the little sheds. Sometimes what I will do, of course you really can't tell whose shed is whose when they're in a big group like this, but when I ship the babies for Tom, I will include a shed in a plastic bag, Ziploc bag. I like to do that with my own boas, like baby's first shed. It's kind of a cool little memento. Some people may not care, but I find a lot of people appreciate getting that along with the snake, and obviously you don't know if it's the exact shed from the snake, but you get the idea. All right, so we got 26 of these little guys in here. I have not I haven't sexed them yet. I will do that. And we'll know how many males and females we have. And this is the week that I will separate them when I do that and get them into their individual little tubs. Get an ID on each one of them for myself. 1 through 26. And the most important thing is knowing the males and the females. So very easy to tell when they're younger. I don't probe. What I do is I use my thumb and I kind of put some light pressure underneath the vent and gently just kind of push back towards the tail, and if it is a male, you will feel the hemipines. A lot of times you can tell just by looking because the females have a much shorter tail. The distance between the cloaca and the end of the tail is very short because there's no penises in there. Don't need a pocket if you don't have any penises. These guys got 2 penises. You guys got 2 penises. How special are you? And I believe that's because, no, I could be wrong. Something I should ask Tom. They have 2 because, wow, look at the tail on that one. Depending on how they line up on the female, if they line up on the left side of the female, they have a penis, a hemipene, let's just call it the right name, on the right side that can reach out and lock in. And then if they line up on the other side of the female, they've got a penis on the other side. I think that's the reason why. If anybody knows, comment down below, because that would be interesting to know. Why do they have 2? And when they do breed, do they only put 1 in or do they put 2 in? I don't even know that, and I've been breeding boas as long as I have. So that's another question. Do they put 2 penises in? Do they put 1? Sometimes is it 2? Oh boy, the things you learn on YouTube, right? All right, well, I'm gonna go ahead and get these guys back in. But wanted to get them out in the sunlight here and take a nice look at them. Which one am I gonna keep? I don't know. Look at that one. I like as light as possible, very thin saddles, and they're all pretty amazing, so it doesn't really matter to me. I will keep a female though. I really like the tail on this one. Obviously when they get older they're gonna color up nice, so they have that baby gray right now. So it's gonna take a little while for the color to start coming in. But they all look great. They've all digested their little yolks that was inside of their bellies when I picked them up. It was, let's see, I picked them up a week ago this past Thursday with Tom. And they had like little yolk bellies, and they've all digested the yolk bellies. So they are gonna be ready for their first meal this week. And I will film that. Frozen thawed, so no live feedings. I find that boas do just fine eating frozen thawed prey items, even as their first meal. They're not picky. Ball pythons, it's a whole different story, as people might know if they are keeping and breeding ball pythons. They tend to want live at the beginning, and some of them never actually switch over to frozen thawed, but that is a story for another day. So, okay, well, that's gonna do it for the video today. And taking a look at these beautiful babies produced by my friend Tom Crutchfield, and these 2 beautiful Peruvian parents to the left of me here. I'm actually going to be holding on to the parents until the enclosure for them is done at his new place. When we went down to pick up the babies, we didn't expect to pick up the parents, but they had already boxed them up, and I knew I had an extra cage outside because at the moment Ghost is back inside. Ghost, my Asian albino water monitor, was kind of having a rough time adjusting to the outside. That happens, especially with the albinos. It's kind of sensory overload, and it's a very different environment for them when they get outside. So for the time being, she's back inside, doing great. I do roll that other cage out to give her some natural sun, but I don't leave her out in the big cage. So I'll be working with her on that. So that's why I have the spare cage outside, and I don't expect to keep these parents very long. Just enough time for Tom to get that new enclosure finished. So that is the reason why I actually was able to take these guys. So, and don't worry about Ghost, she's going to be just fine. I don't want to stress her out, I don't want to force anything on her. So she is quite happy inside with full spectrum lighting and all that, and she walks around and gets plenty of exercise. So alrighty, well, going to go ahead and end this video here with all these inquisitive, beautiful little baby Peruvian boas, produced by the legendary Tom Crutchfield. All right, everybody, hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, go ahead and like, subscribe, and share. And hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend. And we will see you on the next one.